Hello everyone, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin Up demonstrator in Australia. Happy Thursday, I hope everyone is well. I am preparing to go away for the weekend here, so this is one of my last tasks before I start packing and sorting, washing and doing all the household things, so everyone is all good for when I leave. But before I get there, I am going to play with the Wildly Flowering Designer Series paper with you. So we are on the last days of our 15% off Designer Series papers sale. So I haven't quite played with all the Designer Series paper that's on sale, but I've got really close. So I do love the Wildly Flowering Designer Series paper. I have played with it a few times, or no, maybe just once. I've got the cards here. I have played with it before, so with some no stamping cards. So I did these two. I did grab them out to show you gorgeous people. So yeah, so I thought let's revisit it again and see what we can do. And I kind of have a new stamp set. I will put them away. Yep, they're away now. I do have a stamp set that I think will coordinate really well with them. This is an upcoming set from the new September to December mini catalogue that releases next week, and this is Regal Flora. So I thought maybe we compare the Wildly Flowering DSP and a new stamp set together, because I do not have the stamps that coordinate with this. So it's all an act of work with what you've got and see what we can create. So as everyone's coming into my Facebook Live, and if you are watching the replays, please say hi. Tell me what your plans are for the weekend, because even though I am going to Adelaide, I don't think I'm going to see the outside of the hotel, because I fly in later on Friday night, then I've got the conference Saturday, and then I've got meetings on the Sunday before I fly home. So, and the hotel is right next to the airport. So I don't think I'm going to see any of Adelaide. And this is the second time I've been in Adelaide, and the first time I never saw the outside of the airport. So I think I kind of have a date sometime in the future of my life that I actually need to go to Adelaide to see Adelaide. But yes, they're my plans for the weekend. I haven't even got down the suitcase to be able to pack, but I'm packing in here. Now, if you guys do hear, I am live, Donna. I am. Sorry, thumbs up. Yeah. If you do, thumbs up, and if you do, what's the other one? Is it double thumbs up? You can, yes, we can have a celebration. There are lots of little hand gestures you can do to do fun things. I don't know all of them. I've accidentally come across some of them. What I was going to say is, if you can hear noise outside, I have some video games happening outside my door, and Owen does have a mate over. So just if you hear a voice that you normally don't hear in my household, it's all good. No one is, nothing's happening here. It's just I've got extras in the house, which actually isn't uncommon at the moment. So let's flip around, go through this paper. Do remember it is 15% off until the 31st of August. Hey Margine, how are you? Which is one of the reasons why I have it out and I'm playing with it, because I want to show you, while it's on special and whilst I adore the paper, what you can actually do with it. Because sometimes we all buy pretty paper and we go, oh, that's gorgeous. I'm going to pet it. I'm going to love it, and I'm not going to chop it. But we are going to use it, okay? And it's still going to look beautiful. and then you can gift it to someone else. Hey, Tanya, how are you? I'm going to flip around, turn off the light. The door is already closed, so we shall not hear the teenagers. Though I can't say that for too much longer. I am so sorry, girls. You totally... Oh, what happened here? No, we're upside down. Right, there we go. You totally fell. And we got all out of orientation. Right. So, weekend plans, since I'm not going to be here. Oh, I need to take this off so we can fit in the stand. And let's do our special flippy flips, because Facebook doesn't like recording straight. It doesn't flip the screen. You've got... Sorry about that, guys. Okay, that was a me, not a you. Okay, let's get up my screen, my other screen, so I can make sure we're all looking well. I mean, we all look amazing. We all know that. Okay, let's mute. Let's get this up. And just so you know, what helped me cut DSP was making sheets, showcasing DSP name colours easier to cut since it's already cut. Donna, that is a wonderful idea to do. Now, I do paper sheets. So for anyone in Australia that wants a sample of the new DSP, I am doing 6x6 and 6x12 pieces. So that is kind of the same thing. And what I do, they get put in a cello bag, and then I have a label on them with the name of the paper and coordinating colours and the item number. Hey Sheila, how are you? So that is kind of an option as well. If you love all the DSP but you don't want to buy a full pack of everything, that is a great solution. Now, for some reason, my replay screen isn't working. I can see everyone's comments, but I can't see what we're seeing here. So just bear with me a second. I'm just going to open up a different browser and see if that works. Because log in. Okay. Now please log me in. Let's see if I remember my password off the top of my head. I should, because I've been using it at work for work's social media. Did I get it right? Now, this is the brand new stamp set that I am looking at pairing together. I don't think I got it right. I'm going to get the light in the meantime. No, it did not like my password. And I can't exactly check my password because it's in my phone and I'm recording off my phone. I feel like I pressed, we are in, awesome. I felt like I pressed extra buttons there, but apparently I didn't. Do that. That's fine. Go here. Change over to here. Sorry, I will just be a second. Press the live button on my page and I can see myself. Yay! Oh, you use 2x2 squares, Donna. That is great. Okay, we are muted. I think we're good. Great, wonderful. Thank you, girls and guys, so much for your patience. I truly do appreciate it. So I'm just going to put stamp set to the side And we're going to go through the paper. Now, this one on the top, my absolute favorite, and I do kind of want to use this, maybe, if only that circle was a little more centered, I'd use it. But I've got the top and bottom pieces to use. So I've got this on the back. It's a linen texture, so there's lots of linen texture in here in the solid colors, but it's not solid because you've got linen. Hello Amy, welcome. And we have the linen texture in the background as well, and you've got your agapanthus. You've got that. I'm thinking this is wild wheat, so that's quite dainty and pretty. Then on the back of that, we've, I'm loving that. Moody Mauve. Okay. Just taking a look and seeing what tickles my fancy. So you've got very similar to this, but you've got it with the wild wheat background, which I quite like, and I like the silhouette of the agapanthus. Okay. Oh, you've got the printed agapanthus. That's that one. That's that one. Okay. Then we've got this one. This one's actually quite Asian. It definitely does take me in that kind of thought process. And then we've got that same pattern but in different colors. So I like that they've got similar patterns but different colorways. That's quite nice. Now the page that I thought I might use was actually this one. So I don't mind a bit of wild wheat. So I thought I might use this one, and then looking at this stamp set, I've kind of got these two florals that I think coordinate quite nicely. They're not perfect, but I think they do coordinate quite nicely. And I did make a card, just a stamped card. So stamping paper, a little bit of hand cutting, a few embellishments. You'll see that card early next month. So it's for the SU Colour Challenge. Yes, you should make the most of the special, which is why I'm using it, and get 15% discount. Absolutely, Felicity. You'd be silly if you didn't. And because we are demonstrators, we then get our demonstrator discount and the 15% off, which makes it an even sweeter deal. So if there is something that you're loving the look of, I say run, go get it before it ends on the 31st. Okay, so let's, I think I'm just going to use this as a card front. I know it's boring, but the paper's beautiful and I can't resist. I just can't resist. It's too beautiful not to do it. Now, this magnolia piece here, just let me see here. Great. That is just lovely. So this way you can kind of, well, if I'm adding more flowers, I think I want to use this piece because the flowers are clustered around the outside, where this piece, the flowers are clustered in the middle. And what I do to this piece is maybe add a nice sentiment down here, but let the paper do the talking, where here I've got like a circle here that I'd happily do something with. So just so you can see how I look at the paper, that I do look at it, and I let the design of the papers guide me, basically. So see here, we've got a really nice banner piece that we can use, and that can break things up a little bit. So I am actually liking that. That looks good on the screen too. Okay, so don't waste your offcuts. Now, I do happen to have some things, some circles that I might be able to use in my use it up pouch. I know I've done it a couple of times recently. I've cut way too many of circles, and a circle works for everything. I'm just going to have to yank all these out because I do keep everything in stamp sets, but I do just have my basic die shapes. There they are. There they are. Awesome. So I've got big, very vanilla ones, but I do have a few smaller pieces that I might be able to use. So when I do put my scraps away, I often keep just sentiments together, but these are what we used on the cards last time. I shared those cards at the start of the video. I used these pieces, and I actually made some non-stamping cards. But yes, this is how I organize my use it up storage. I just find that so much easier if I can get it all back in. So that just all sits in there perfectly. Okay, now let's just double check the colors that we're working with, because I'm making some very wide-ranging assumptions here just by my eye, and I really don't want to get the wrong colors. Okay, so crumb cake, early espresso, misty moonlight, moody mauve, mossy meadow, wild wheat. So I was right with the moody mauve and the wild wheat. So crumb cake, early espresso, easy to use, perfect neutrals. So I'll just leave that there, just out of shot where I can read it. And let's just get all of these pieces out and see what I can do. Now that circle is actually the perfect size for that space that I was looking at, because I really like, we've got our two flowers here, but I'm not covering up anything in particular. So let's use this piece as well. Oh, I have a little leaf. That's from Fluffiest Friends. So what I was kind of thinking is kind of across here, because we've got our smaller flowers. So see, I can, or actually centering that might be lovely. And I've got the flowers framing the die cut. So this is from Nested Essentials dies, and this is from Stylish Shapes. But just let me see if there isn't any other punched pieces. Oh, we've got our perennial postage. I think that is just a titch too big. Just a little bit. Now this blue is pretty much on par to the blue that's in the other paper, but there's no blue in this paper. I think, yep, they are the same size. I think I have successfully picked my labels, and now we've just got to work out what we're doing with them. I do that now. Oh, I'm so glad. So are you using your use it up bits a little more now that they're accessible and in some kind of rough order, Tanya? Because like these are just die cut shapes. I don't put them into specific dies. I just dump them all together so I can pour them out, know roughly what's in here or what I'm looking for, and sometimes I can get a nice surprise. I wasn't looking for this piece, but it just works perfectly. Okay, sorry, I do need to take a little swig of water here. Okay, now I wonder if sending love your way will fit across here, because I don't know that. Yes, it will. Please excuse me. It will fit perfectly. So I'm loving that. I'm thinking of definitely using the Moody Mauve for that one. Not sure if I'll use the Moody Mauve for this one. Now, I am thinking, because these are long and linear, maybe I want to use a flower with Missing You or a flower with Thanks. So, oh, good, Tanya. I'm so glad. I'm so happy I could help you. Do you know what? I'm just going to pop this one off to the side. I've already got my stamp out for this one. So let's deal with one, or at least part of one at a time. Okay, block. So not all the blocks that I use in my videos are currently available. Stampin' Up did slim down their line of clear blocks, and I have 2 of the old full sets, so I do have them and I will continue to use them. But just know, if you are after some of the blocks and you can't find them in the catalogue, that is because they aren't available. Okay, that looks great. Let's see, because I've only got one go, because I only have one of these die cuts cut. Okay, I'm holding my breath. I don't know about you, but yay, that looks great. Wonderful. The biggest tip I've got there is basically holding that stamp there without a whole lot of pressure, just to let the ink transfer. Now, I'm actually thinking that this little flower in here, stamped off in wild wheat, might actually look quite nice. I do have the dies to this, but I don't think adding this as a die cut will add anything to the card, but maybe adding it here as a little stamp off may work. So we're going to try it and see what it looks like. Okay, and get a block. I'm going to and stamp off. Just going to check this. That's better. So by inking in the middle, there is less ink. So pray for me. Stamp off. Oh, I didn't like that stamping off. There we go. I don't mind that. Does it obscure it a little bit? Yes. But it does actually bring some of that wild wheat onto the sentiment. And when I finish off this card, because I think I'm going to leave it there, I think some linen thread might look really nice all the way around, and a bow here on the side. So I think that's where I'm going. Okay, now this one. I am going to have a look whether I use this, because this is a bit reminiscent of the magnolias, and looks like it'll fit quite nicely on that circle. So I could use Stamped Off Moody Mauve and then use Early Espresso for the sentiment. Let's see how we go. The good thing is I do have more. I just got my whole thumb in that. Okay, I do have more of these circles. So this is the Moody Mauve. Now I know when I was using these ink pads last night that I did butter them down so they're not super duper juicy. Oh, I don't mind that. Is it as centered as what I would like? No, but just means the sentiment's going to come off there. I'm just going to keep these open for the moment. Grab my espresso that's not living there at the moment. It is right here. Now, do we want to put thanks or missing you? So they're both going to work. They're both quite small. I just think I like the missing you. I would send the missing you card 1,000 times because I do have so many friends who don't live close that I would easily just send them a little note saying missing you. Just doing some test stamping here just to get a feel for the stamp. Okay, we're going to try it. And do you know what? Getting it straight isn't really the aim of the game because it's a circle. And I actually quite like the simplicity of that. What do you think? Just pondering, just thinking. Here, this across here, that across there. I quite like it just slightly off to one side. What do you think of that? Looks great. Thank you, Margine. I can show you this a little closer up. Obviously nothing is stuck down, but I quite like that. Sorry, just trying to get in the right place. I do quite like that. Very nice, thank you. So essentially simple cards, letting the paper do the work for us. Now I think I'm finished with my stamping, so closing ink pads before there is a great disaster. I had like 4 open ink pads on my desk last night and it got very inky. Very inky. There were like pieces going in the bin. Because it was stamping paper kind of card. The first one I did, I forgot to stamp off one of the pieces and I wanted all of that colour stamped off, so that one became my prototype. And then the next one I did, I actually did it and then I added this dottage, and the dottage was almost too uniform for how I'd stamped it, so that piece ended up in the bin. And yeah, and then the last one I didn't add any dottage, but I added more flowers and foliage and it was perfect. So I had a real Goldilocks moment with my crafting. It doesn't often happen. Normally I just go with it, but last night I couldn't. So please know that you are never the only one that does things like that. Okay, I'm just going to pop that across. And I think I'm going to sneeze, so if I do, please excuse me. Okay, great. There's so much wind around at the moment that I'm not surprised that I'm sneezing. Although it's not very windy, but I think the wind has certainly stirred up a lot of things. I'm thinking maybe putting this on, and then I already know what embellishments I am going to use because I was playing with them last night and they didn't quite make the cut. So, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave myself enough here. And with this twine, I always go around at least twice, if not 3 times. So I'm hoping I've left myself enough for a bow. Probably haven't, but that's okay. So I'm happy with that tension. It's got a little bit of give in it. Getting my reverse tweezers one-handed. Let's see if I can open this. Okay, that is holding my knot. Okay, so just lay that, if I can, to the side. There we go. That's happily lying there now. A bow, a loop. Come on, please. That's why I'm saying I just don't think this end is quite big enough, but no. Okay, so I'm going to do it the other way, because if I can get a nice big loop here and then pop this one around, or maybe I just do a knot. Help. No, it's all good. It's all good. Okay. So I have that end. No, I don't. I didn't have the end. It's okay. These things do take time. So what I'm turning it the other way and going back to how I was at the start. Okay. So here we go. Here goes nothing, guys. Come on. I can see that loop. I'm just going to tease this loop out where I can grab it. Okay, yes. Great, wonderful. Still need my reverse tweezers here. So kind of have this all like that. So that is roughly, whoa, damn, I just lost all my tension. Damn. I accidentally pulled it. Just let me see what I can do to salvage this. Do you know what? It actually looks quite fine. If I can put that under the circle, I don't think anyone will notice except for us who's here. So I'm just putting my finger on the knot just to make it a little bit of a smaller bow. Okay. And give this a snip for the moment. Now, I don't mind it being a sideways bow, actually. Just move that off to the side. Kind of not feeling it at all. So, you know what that means. It's just getting taken off and thrown in the bin because we're fighting with it anyway. We were fighting with it. And I don't think it'll work on that card. It's fine. Sometimes we just need to cut our losses. No, I didn't like it. Keep it simple. Just whack this on. Whack it on, and then we will be fine. Okay. Do you know what I could do actually? I could pull that out of the bin and just use the bow. That's what I'm going to do. I think just using that bow will work nicely. So, okay, it was on the top of the bin. Although, do you know what I will do? I'll just pull this and then I will make a bow using this. All good, it's salvageable, it just won't be what it was before. How many times do you do that? Do one element and go, no, actually it's quite frustrating. Feeling a little frustrated, but that's okay, we will push through. If I can get rid of those backings. So not reinventing the wheel or anything like that. Oops, not crooked. I would much prefer it straight actually. Now just let me look at this. This way, I think that's as good as it's going to get. Tie this bow, which will be super easy because I have so much twine. I'm spoiled now. I say that and then I drop it. Now, I am not seeing any comments, so I'm just going to refresh my feed here. Come on, loop. Just play nicely, please. There we go. There we go. Hold this, pull it back through, get to where we're somewhat happy. That's probably a bit too big. I think that will do nicely. Don't need to use my ribbon scissors here because these will work just nicely. So what I'm thinking is they just want to cross over. It's just maybe popping it there. I think once I've got it glued down, I will further trim those edges. Now, if you were my glue dots, where would you be living at the moment? Because they're not where they're meant to be. Aha, I use them at my team meeting on the weekend. So they are firmly in my class kits. Okay, here we go. Found them. Don't know if they're my class kit ones or the ones that live on my desk. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so let me pick this off. Going to ball it up as best as I can. Thinking just here. And let's stick it on. So stick it on. Let's see if we can separate our ends. They actually really do not want to play ball at all, but they are a little bit too lanky and long. And do you know what? That kind of stops the curl. If I can stop my hand from shaking. And put my scissors in the right spot. There we go. That's better. So much better. Okay, embellishments. Actually, I think we will embellish at the end. I'll leave this card front here and we will swap over. And I think it'll just be a bow again because I'm not wanting to do that wrapping around and having it not work again. Oops. Okay. Now, had I have not dithered so much and not succeeded with that twine, these cards would come together like super easily. Okay, so we just want to have a look because we want this one to kind of go we want it to kind of go in between these daisies. One of them will be completely covered up, but that's okay. Maybe I want it just a titch higher. I just want to show you a little bit more of this one underneath. Okay. Not too high. Lucky I'm just placing it down is all I can say. So let's I think right now is just stick it down. That's fine. Okay, so let's find the bit that's not connected and see if I can do another bow, and then I will feel this piece has not been a complete waste. Oh my dear word. Now we have extremely big loop there, but that's okay. This loop is wanting to do a bit of a twist. So if anything's doing that, I just try to help it go where it wants to be whilst being where I would like to have it. So I'm thinking at the bottom of these flowers. So then we've got everything happening in one spot and your eyes aren't darting everywhere. Hello Beryl, how are you? So we've just made some fairly simple cards today using products out of, well, these die cuts are out of my Use It Up box using the Wildly Flowering Designer Series paper. I am just got a dry throat here. This. Okay, I've got the glue dot there. And maybe even doubling up the linen thread would have looked nice as well, but alas, we just have single ones and that is okay. So that actually looks really sweet at the bottom of there. Okay. There and nice. Oh, very sweet, very sweet. Now I do have those 3 or 4 bits of scrap. That was better than throwing out the whole piece. Okay, wrap up what is left. Okay, much better. Embellishments. Now, do I still have them out? Yes, I do. So these are the Tinsel Gem 4-pack. Now, the colours it says it has in here, Pretty Peacock, Blueberry Bushel, Berry Burst, and Lemon Lime Twist. Now, this Berry Burst looks suspiciously like Moody Mauve on when you put it on a project. So I'll show you what I mean. When I put those two together, or put it on the wild wheat, it pretty much matches. I'll show you closer up. So I don't want you to discount a colour that Stampin' Up says it is, and you can find all the coordinating colours for our embellishments if you look up the type of embellishment on my online store. In the description it will tell you the coordinating colours. But yes, so we are going to just add a few of these because, you know, why not? We're going to be doing a little bit. Kind of liking them sitting on there, actually. I think I kind of like the two. I'll show you. They're a bit hard to tell unless you're close up. So I've just tucked them in. So I've got one here and one here. So nothing too crazy. So just want to pop on now. So these ones I'm putting on the white. So just going for something a little bit different so I can show, but you can see how it coordinates so very well. So there we go. I'm going to change my mind on this one, and I'm going to put it just here in the middle of that flower, but then you've got a triangle. So I've got that one. So you can see, even though it says Berry Burst, it goes so well with the Moody Mauve. So I'm going to look at two options for our card bases. I'm going to look at Crumb Cake and Moody Mauve. I'm hoping, oh, I lost a gem. It needs to go back and find its friends. Here we go. On there. Just trying to pop this back in so we don't lose them completely. Just everything that I don't need can go off for the moment. And let me find my very, very, very meagre crumb cake stash. Okay, I don't think I have too many pieces left, but this is just a try. Oh, I don't think that does anything to help us at all. Let's try the Moody Mauve. And the Moody Mauve, I somehow think may be our winner. I think that frames it beautifully. The crumb cake did nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's okay. We need to try these things. And now I haven't lost it. It's here on my desk. Okay. So crumb cake can just go in there for the moment. Now let me see. No, I don't. So let's grab a full piece of Moody Mauve. So I'm hoping I've shared with you just a couple of simple ways you can use designer series paper, showcase it, but not completely cover it up. So we want to score. This is how I create my card bases. Score in half and then turn it the other way, cut in half, and I should have two pretty close to perfect card bases. Hello, Bev, you're just catching the end. I have just made two simple cards using some die cuts out of my Use It Up stash, and I have added in the coming soon Regal Flora stamp set. So I've used flowers and it's right here on my desk. So I've used two of the flowers and two of the sentiments. So mixing some coming soon and some not old, but things that are already current. Because I would hate everyone to miss out on 15% off this gorgeous paper. So, as I said, that ends on the 31st. Now, did you earn any bonus days vouchers last month? Because the redemption period for those ends tomorrow. So, that actually ends on the 30th. So, you would have earned in Australia $9 vouchers. And I'm pretty sure it was $5 vouchers in the US. And the rest of it, I'm blanking on. I think it was a few dollars more in New Zealand. Your spend was a little higher in New Zealand, but you got more back. So yeah, don't let those vouchers go to waste, because you can get even more money off your favourite pack of designer series paper that is on special. So you can get your 15% off and use your voucher. So I don't think, unless someone has some really bright ideas of anything else you think should be added to these cards, but I think we've got the paper, the die cuts, we've got the stamps, the linen thread, and the tinsel embellishments. I think if we added too much more, we may be in overkill territory. So I didn't die cut the nested essential die or the stylish shaped circle with you here. They were bits that were in my use it up pouch, so they didn't work for another project, or I overcut how many I needed, so they just get thrown in my use it up pouch. Very happy with that. And I was able to pull them out and make these 2 cards in less than an hour. So let me just make sure here. I seem to have frozen. No, just my replay froze. So I've used the Wildly Flowering Designer Series paper. This band is actually the back pattern to this Designer Series paper. Stylish shapes die, linen thread, some tinsel gems. So this is the 4-pack, not meant to be Moody Mauve, but coordinates perfectly with Stamped Off Moody Mauve. Thank you, Donna. We did have some problem with the linen thread, but I think I made it okay in the end, and that these little bows just do work perfectly. It did go in the bin, but I fished it back out. My other card, I've used the Nested Essential die cut. I've used the linen thread again, and the tinsel gems. This is the upcoming Regal. Oh, frog in my throat. Thank you, Tanya. I'm glad you agree. This is the upcoming Regal Flora stamp set. It is a cling stamp set, so I did just have to assemble and put the stickers on the stamps last night. Didn't take me too long. And this does have coordinating dies, but because we had these die cuts, I didn't have to use them today. So just be aware, both stamping of these flowers is actually stamped off. I didn't want them full strength because I didn't want to take away from the actual gorgeous Designer Series paper as it already is. Thank you, Bev. So keep an eye out for this on the 4th of September. You can order this stamp set. So thank you so much for joining me. I will pop up a list of everything I've used with a link, so keep an eye out for that. And I hope you have a great weekend. I will be around, but not here at my craft desk, as I said earlier. I will be in Adelaide. But it doesn't mean if you've got an inquiry that I can't help, because I most certainly should be able to help you out if you have any inquiries. So have an amazing weekend. I will be back here live at my craft desk on Tuesday. Now, let me just check and see if we're doing a catalogue walkthrough on Tuesday. No, that's on Wednesday. That's okay. I will be making Christmas card on Tuesday. On Wednesday, and it will be Wednesday evening my time, because I will be at work. So this goes live on the 4th. So Wednesday evening I will do a catalogue walkthrough of this catalogue, so you can have a look inside the pages, because I can't show you the inside at the moment, which actually is quite sad. Actually, yes, that's right, the 4th is a Wednesday. So I hope you all have an amazing weekend. Ask any questions if required. Don't forget to grab your designer series paper before it leaves us, and to redeem your bonus days coupons. Thanks so much, everyone, and I will see you next week. Bye.